In today's show, Bitcoin can see $55,000 breakout if last major Bitcoin price resistance is broken. According to this crypto analyst, quoting Mikhail van de Poppe here, it reminds me of the $6,000 zone when we had with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going to break through this level, I think we're going to have a squeeze all the way up to $55,000 to $56,000. The next level that we have here, I'll be breaking this down for you. And as Plan B points out, August 20th, Bitcoin was 11,500. 1 year later, we're up 4x. That's right. And as Max Keiser shares, no coiners after Bitcoin crosses the six-figure mark. Also in today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways this Bitcoin bull market is different than in late 2020, quoting Pete Humiston right here. Crypto is on a 4-week winning streak and is up more than 50% over the same period. Bitcoin has rallied 48%, Ethereum has gained 73%, and Cardano has soared 86%. And as big of a run as we've seen, we might just be getting started. I'll be breaking this down for you. Also in today's show, Looming Test for Bitcoin could determine the strength of this bull market, according to crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen. The crypto analyst says Bitcoin will face a critical test this September that could determine the future of its bull market. Quoting him here, August can actually be a fairly decent month for Bitcoin, but what's more interesting to me is September. Why? Because every September for the last 4 years, Bitcoin has tested the 20-week moving average. Also in today's show, Max Keiser says Bitcoin will beat gold by 100x and that altcoins will get shut down and go to zero. I'll be breaking down the highlights from this most recent interview he did with Kitco News, as well as his $220,000 year-end Bitcoin price prediction. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most major altcoins are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. And as you can see, yesterday we surpassed 47,000 subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 50,000 light speed along with the Bitcoin price. To help support the show, smash that subscribe button right below this video in the description and hit that bell icon to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, BlockFi, the leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors. Here's where you can put your crypto to work and earn up to a 7.5% APY with a BlockFi interest account. And their new flagship product is this BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card, where you can earn 3.5% back in Bitcoin on all your purchases within your first 90 days, then 1.5% Bitcoin back thereafter. To take advantage of this, as well as receive up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $100 or more, go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below, and let's start stacking those sats, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. How's it going, crypto fam? Holla at your boy in the live chat below and let me know where you're from. I'm broadcasting live from Puerto Rico. Now let's break down our first story of the day. Bitcoin touched 47,000 this morning on August 17th as ranging behavior continued to hint at an attack on major resistance. As you can see right here in the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart, as volatility narrows for Bitcoin, data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro in TradingView showed Bitcoin attempting to exit the $46,000 range on Tuesday after heading lower as the week began. Then the area between 45 and 48,000 has acted as a narrow trading corridor for BTC as it attempts to knock down its last hurdle before that critical 50K resistance. So far, however, the bulls have lacked the momentum to affect the major change. And for crypto analyst Mikhail van de Poppe, 48,000 was the level to watch on the day, as a breakout from there could lead to another upwards impulse move. Quoting him here, if we clearly break through there, that is probably going to trigger a big short squeeze, as everybody's looking for a short in this area. And he continues in this recent YouTube video update, it reminds me of the $6,000 zone that we had with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going to break through this level, I think we're going to have a squeeze all the way up to $55,000 to $56,000. The next level that we have here, let me know if you agree or disagree with crypto analyst Mikhail van de Poppe. And for fellow trader and analyst Rat Capital, he agrees that there was still plenty of fuel left in Bitcoin's uptrend despite the lack of an impulse move thus far. Checking out his tweets right here, though Bitcoin has failed to retest the top of the previous ascending triangle breakout structure, it is still respecting this structure, finding support at the higher low trend line, and as long as this trend line holds, the technical uptrend remains intact, as you can see right here in this chart. Altcoins, meanwhile, return to follow Bitcoin in its ranging behavior, with most of the top 50 cryptos by market cap seeing flat 24-hour performances. The notable exception was Solana, which added 14% on the day for weekly gains of nearly 80%. Meanwhile, Ethereum held above 3,200, like Bitcoin staying in a narrower range since volatility earlier in August, as you can see right here in the Ethereum 1-hour chart. Now, how many of you are currently bullish on Solana or Ethereum? Let me know in the comments right down below. And checking out the latest from Plan B, the creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, he wrote, August 2020, 1 year ago, Bitcoin was 11,500. We are up now more than 4x in a year. That's right. Let's go BTC. And as Max Keiser points out, no coiners after Bitcoin crosses 6 figures. That's right. You can't make this stuff up. It's only a matter of time for the king of all crypto. And before I break down our next story of the day, and I share 3 ways this Bitcoin bull run is different than the one in late 2020, as well as looming tests for Bitcoin could determine the strength of this Bitcoin bull market, according to crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen, as well as Bitcoin will beat gold by a factor of 100x, and altcoins will get shut down and go to zero, predicts Max Keiser. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. And as you can see, most of the major cryptos are currently correcting in the red, with Bitcoin down 1.5% for the day, trading just above $46,800. We have Ethereum down 1%, trading just above $3,250. We have XRP down 6.5%, trading at $1.21. Solana up over 12%, trading at about $70. Binance Coin up 0.17%, trading above $430. And Chainlink down about 1.5%, trading just under $30. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin is getting compared to late 2020, but this rally in fact has several major differences that make it not normal. That's right. And according to Pete Humiston, manager of Kraken Intelligence Research, Bitcoin in Q3 2021 is a different beast when compared to Q4 2020. Checking out his tweets right here. Crypto is on a 4-week winning streak and is up more than 50%. And over the same period, Bitcoin has rallied 48%, Ethereum has gained 73%, and Cardano has soared 86%. And as big of a run as we've seen, we might just be getting started. Here's a quick thread on why, and he continues. Number 2, first, Bitcoin price action suggests we finished a downward mean reversion, 30 to 42,000, 42 to 65,000, to 30,000 to 42,000, and up to 65,000. We've also seen Bitcoin reclaim weekly moving averages, the 20-week, the EMA, the 21-week, and the simple moving average that has historically dictated whether we're in a bull market. And despite going from 29 to 48,000 in just 1 month, Bitcoin is still not seeing a frenzy of interest and buying. Higher price levels have seen solid support, but there is little evidence of the kind of demand that characterized the start of this year or the end of the last. A case in point is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which continues to trade at a discount of around 13% to spot price this week. And even though Bitcoin has increased in price, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust demand has not entirely increased in step, and even the discounted rate is not being treated as a steal by many institutional investors. And at the depths of the Bitcoin price retraction, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust premium stood at around negative 20%. And as Pete points out right here, although up from his 20% discount set in May, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is still trading at a big discount, negative 10%. As demand really starts to pick up again, which it seems it hasn't, we'll likely see this discount fade as market participants jump at the opportunity to own Bitcoin exposure at a discount. Now, 2 more factors signaling out the current Bitcoin market structure are low open interest on Bitcoin futures and the lower than expected funding rates. Both contrast with the start of the 2020 bull run and go against the grain given the pace of the price increases over the past month. And quoting Pete again here, in the time that we've seen Bitcoin move from $30,000 to $48,000, open interest has fallen and the Bitcoin perpetual funding rate is still relatively low, albeit positive. Neither have really followed Bitcoin's massive rally, which comes as a surprise and isn't really normal. And nonetheless, the funding rates are now more positive than at any time since the May price crash, as you can see in this chart, brought to you by buybt.com. And checking out the last of Pete's tweets, looking at the number of new subscribers to various crypto subreddits, you can argue that retail hasn't really been chasing this rally. Looking back to September 2020, we'll see that retail interest comes in waves, and accordingly, a new wave should be on the horizon. And he continues, not to mention Bitcoin volatility is still relatively low, and we have yet yet to see it mean revert higher, and there are a few expectations for this discrepancy between market interest and price action. Number one, people are not yet convinced the bull market is back on. Number two, the U.S. infrastructure bill has market participants hesitant of jumping in. Number three, summer is in full swing. And number four, a bit of all three. And he concludes right here, whatever the reasons might be, it looks like crypto isn't as hot as many think. Yes, prices have ripped over the past month, but interest is far from where it was in April/May. That said, one can only imagine how the market will move once we start to see real FOMO. Let's go BTC. And before I break down our next story of the day, Looming Test for Bitcoin could determine the strength of this Bitcoin bull market, according to crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen, as well as Max Keiser says, Bitcoin will beat gold by 100x as altcoins will get shut down and go to zero. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting back above that critical $2 trillion milestone with 123 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and Bitcoin dominance back on the decline at 43.6%, with the Ether dominance at 18.8%. And checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Audio up 89%, trading at $3.23. Avalanche up about 20%, trading at $24, and Terra up 18.5%, trading just above $25. Now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the crypto greed and fear index. Shows we're currently rated a 72 out of 100 in greed, the same as yesterday. Last week was a 71, and last month a 19 in extreme fear. And if you're not familiar with the crypto greed and fear index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen says Bitcoin will face a critical test this September that could determine the future of its bull market. In a new strategy session, Cohen claims that in September of each year since 2017, Bitcoin tested the 20-week moving average and either bounced off of it or plunged right through it. Quoting him right here, August can actually be a fairly decent month for Bitcoin, but what's more interesting to me is September. Why? Because every September for the last 4 years, Bitcoin has tested the 20-week moving average. Cohen says that if Bitcoin once again tests the 20-week moving average, the reaction of market participants could foreshadow the Bitcoin price action in the coming months. Quoting him again here, what I think could happen in September is a test of the 20-week, and the test of the 20-week, if we get it, will instrumentally determine the level of bullishness that Bitcoin will have for the next several months following October, November, December, maybe January, February, March, April. Same thing last year. It'll be instrumental in determining, are we going to get bullish now, or do we kick the can down the road a few months? Cohen says that although Bitcoin bulls may fret about a correction down the 20-week moving average, which is currently near 43,500, upward action is likely to occur if Bitcoin can hold that level as a support. Quoting him again here, honestly, this is not a bad possibility, because if we hold it as support, then that's when good things happen. That's when good things happen, when we hold the 20-week as support. That's what I would be looking for. And to watch this entire analysis with crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen, check the show notes below the video. In the description, it's entitled Bitcoin, the Real Test is Coming. And before I break down our final story of the day, Max Keiser predicts that Bitcoin will beat gold by a factor of 100x and says that altcoins will get shut down and go to zero. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 880 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button to help support the channel and help me get to over 50,000 subscribers. Also be sure to smash that bell icon to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also follow me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes and Google Play. You can also follow me on crypto Twitter. My handle is crypto news. Yes, and of course you can follow me on Facebook, Telegram, and TikTok, so be sure to follow me there. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. There is no top price for Bitcoin because there is no bottom for fiat money. That's right, Max Keiser says this very commonly. Shout out to Max and Stacy of the Keiser Report and Orange Pill Pod. Now, fiat money is currency which does not have intrinsic or use value on its own. It only has value because the government maintains its value. That's right, the dollar is backed by military and guns, whereas Bitcoin is backed by mathematics. Now, Keiser is also the host of the Orange Pill Pod, as I pointed out, spoke to David Lin, anchor for Kitco News, and shared the following. If you're going to price Bitcoin and fiat money, the price is infinity, because fiat money has no bottom while Bitcoin has no ceiling. That's right. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Max on that. And if you price it in ounces of gold, that would be a more valid way to price it. Keiser continued, I am not sure exactly what the exchange rate is for an ounce of gold compared to Bitcoin, but whatever it is, you can multiply it by 100 times, and that's where we are headed. That's right. And at this time, an ounce of gold is currently trading at $1,795. So let's just round up for the sake of even numbers and say it's $1,800 per an ounce of gold. So if we were to 100x that price, that would put the Bitcoin price at about $180,000. I also like to remind everyone that Max Keiser predicts a year-end top for Bitcoin price before the end of this year of $220,000. So let's go BTC. And Keiser, who is a self-proclaimed Bitcoin maximalist, discussed why he does not like altcoins. Here's what he has to share. Altcoins are like all other cryptocurrencies that are not Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was found in 2009, it was an absolute scarce digital commodity, and there was no expectation of cash flow. Keiser explained, everything that came after Bitcoin is essentially saying we are like Bitcoin, but because of the way it's done, there is an expectation of cash flow. Therefore, it's a security, and the SEC has the right to shut down every altcoin there is. All altcoins are simply unregistered security sales. Bitcoin is decentralized, but altcoins are all either absolutely centralized or relatively centralized to Bitcoin. There's a single point of failure. They are easy to take down, he said. Now, I agree that Bitcoin is the most decentralized cryptocurrency in existence, all thanks to Satoshi Nakamoto being anonymous and nobody knows who he is. We can't say the same thing with Ethereum because they can go after, let's say, Vitalik and so on. Now, many crypto experts have become bullish on Ethereum for many reasons, but not Max, quoting him here. Ethereum is centralized garbage. Its transactions are reversible, as they have been many times in the past. It has a huge pre-mine that's dropped onto the market, which is messing up price discovery. It's got huge issues in terms of auditing. Nobody knows how many Ethereum there are. Nobody in the world knows what the count is, Keiser said. And he makes a great point, because how can it be a true deflationary asset and store of value when nobody knows how many Ethereum there are or that there will ever be? It's a mystery, right? And it boggles my mind as well. Now, quoting him again here, it's a completely nebulous number, and the supply keeps expanding exemplariously, depending on central committee of Ethereum that decides without any understanding by the market what is going to run the networks. Keiser emphasized, it's all centralized, it's easy to attack, and it will be attacked. You see all kinds of price movements on a short-term basis. It's not easy to understand why certain things are trading the way they are, because you have dislocations and price disparities and markets all the time. He added, so there you have it. Let me know if you agree with Max Keiser that Bitcoin will beat gold by a factor of 100x and that altcoins will get shut down and go to zero. Holla at your boy in the comments below. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Bitcoin can see $55,000 breakout if last major Bitcoin price resistance is broken, according to crypto analyst Mikhail Van de Poppe, who points out, I think we're going to have a squeeze all the way up to $55,000 to $56,000. Also in today's show, I shared the 3 ways this Bitcoin bull run is different than the one in late 2020. Also in today's show, we shared Looming Test for Bitcoin could determine the strength of this Bitcoin bull market, according to crypto analyst Benjamin Cohen. Also in today's show, Max Keiser predicts that Bitcoin will beat gold by a factor of 100x and that the altcoins are doomed and will get shut down and go to zero. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the next segment of the show, where I read the top comments from yesterday's episode. Shout out to Michelle Stagey. She wrote, Bitcoin is on everybody's mind and lips, and I think it's breakout time if Walmart adopts it as a payment source. Oh my God, smash the like button every time. You deserve it. Great work, JV. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate your continued support. Now the next comment comes from R. James, who wrote, don't keep any more money in banks than you can afford to lose. Digital passports, inflation, and banking crises are a reminder of the urgency of moving into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and crypto. Touche. And the third comment comes from Juan Romero, who wrote, as always, great content, JV. What will happen with Walmart and El Salvador once Bitcoin Bitcoin law comes into effect on September 7th. It's a great preview to what Walmart is planning. Bullish as a mofo. That's right. Let's go BTC. I appreciate your continued support, Juan Romero. And for an opportunity to be featured on tomorrow's episode, be sure to drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Help support the channel and get me to over 50,000 subs so this Bitcoin price can break out like a mofo. And don't forget to smash my referral link in the description right down below to claim your BlockFi Bitcoin rewards Visa credit card so you can start earning 3.5% back in Bitcoin on all your purchases. Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.